So welcome everyone. I'm very excited. I'm gonna share my screen so we can start this AI revolution. So what are we gonna do today is first we're gonna listen to our speaker, Tiago, and we are gonna take away amazing insights for AI. And then after the interview, we are gonna open the floor for networking, and then you can share your name, what city you are connecting from, your favorite AI tool, or you can share what's the most, I mean, if you are not working with AI yet, what do you want to learn about AI in 2026? So I'm going to introduce our speaker. He's one of our speakers for the Style Tech Immersion in Miami. His name is Tiago Ferreira. He's the founder of Elevate AI Consulting. He's a firm that helps organizations unlock the power of artificial intelligence simply and strategically. With an MBA from IE Business School in Madrid, Tiago combines global business expertise with a human centered approach to technology. His mission is to make AI accessible, ethical, and empowering for business of all sizes. So, welcome, Tiago. We're going to
Good
start the
afternoon
interview.
again. And thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to meet everybody in person in Miami next month.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna be asking some questions to Tiago. So the first one is, from your experience, what are the top three AI tools that every small business, especially image consultants, can start using immediately to save time and to increase revenue?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. And I get this question all the time, right? And as you mentioned in the beginning, my approach to AI is always human-centered and human-focused, right? So I don't like to talk so much about tools. I prefer to talk about processes and the way that people actually use AI because a tool is here today, but it could be gone tomorrow, right? Today we have ChatGPT, tomorrow they can go out of business and a new tool replaces it or something like that. So when I'm thinking about AI and applying AI to my daily life and my daily work, I always like to think about processes. So in 2026 and beyond, I think the biggest wins for image consultants, for other types of consultants like myself, and really for any human being living on this earth that is getting changed right now by AI, the first big win, I think, is really thinking of AI as your thought partner and using it prior to meeting your clients and as a thought partner for exploration, for ideas, and for making you more efficient, not for giving you the answers and not for taking control of the client work that you do. At the end of the day, AI cannot replace you as the expert. AI cannot replace your taste level, your expertise, or your knowledge, but it can help you think deeper about your needs and your clients' needs. So, number one is thinking of AI as actually your thought partner in a way that expands your ideas, not limits them. Number two, really using AI for efficiency. So a lot of people are already doing this, right? They're using AI for communication and follow-ups, those daily tasks that do take a lot of our time, but don't necessarily add a ton of value to our work, right? They need to get done, but AI can help you do those things faster and more efficiently. And then number three, especially for image consultants, one of the areas that AI can really, really help you take your business to the next level is in visibility and content. These are things that take a ton of time from any entrepreneur as far as marketing, promotion, coming up with copywriting and image and content, and all of these things that we all need to do in order to promote ourselves and our business. Learning how to harness the power of AI in order to actually use it to help you gain visibility and create content can be one of the biggest wins for image consultants in 2026 and beyond. I think you're muted.
You're muted. So yeah, this is great. So this is how I feel AI is helping us. You know, for me, I have been able to multiply my work, I would say like 50 times, right? So now I can get those things faster. So it's definitely something that is coming to make our life easier.
Yeah,
Okay,
and thinking about it in a sense of less admin work, right? And this is not just in for image consultants or for anybody out there, right? For people in the marketing departments, in the accounting departments, we all have those busy work, repetitive tasks, mundane, even boring tasks that we have to do on a daily basis that AI can help us become more efficient at. So then we can actually do what we're good at, right? We can create those human connections. We can get to know more about the latest trends, the latest desires out there, and create that one-on-one time with our clients instead of processing invoices or doing, these daily tasks that every business requires, but that don't actually add value to the connection that you have with your clients. And so it's reducing the time from those things that nobody likes to do, but that are required to run a business, and improve the time that we actually have to create those one-on-one human connections, which is, I'm sure, the business why the reason why most of us even got into consulting in the first place, right?
great. Okay, so my next question is, many image consultants fear that AI may replace aspects of their work. How can we shift that mindset to view AI as a partner that expands some impact rather than reduce the impact that we have?
Yeah, so this is a common fear, not just for image consultants. We're hearing this fear everywhere, right? And it really comes from the media and clickbait articles that we see, right? When we all know that when journalists and others write articles, they try to put the most sensationalistic thing as the headline in order to make you click on it. So posting news about Facebook, right? Like letting go of thousands of people, and Microsoft and Google and things like that, those things are good for generating clicks, but they're not necessarily relatable to our businesses, right? The small businesses that really can't really relate to those businesses that have hundreds of thousands of employees, right? So it's really a fear that is built on a little bit of a misunderstanding. And especially for image consultants, AI is terrible at taste, right? AI is terrible at intuition. AI does not create trust with the other human beings. And AI is terrible at reading the room, right? Those are the exact skills, those are the core skills, as far as I understand, for image consultants when we are, in fact, relating to our clients, right? And so what AI is actually replacing, when people talk about replacement, especially for small businesses like yours and like mine, what AI is replacing, it's friction. What AI is replacing is tasks. It is not replacing your expertise. So when us as consultants and as humans stop using AI as a shortcut just to help us write better emails or to help us, proofread something, and truly start using it as an assistant, everything changes, right? You're the consultant. You still decide. You curate. You call the shots on what works, what doesn't work, what feels right, what actually fits in with what your client needs. And what AI is doing is expanding your capacity. It's not replacing your judgment. So the consultants who struggle with AI is because they're trying to compete against it, right? But the ones that thrive are the ones that are using it to raise the floor so they can spend more time actually on their craft, right? And those human connections that we talked about. So it's really important to remember that the intelligence in artificial intelligence actually comes from you, the user. These AI systems have access to all the information in the world, but they don't know what to do with it until you tell it what to do with it. And so you make the final calls, you make the judgments. You are the one that has that awesome taste level, which is the reason you got hired in the first place. And so AI as your thought partner and as a way to expand your thinking is that the consultants that are using AI in that way are the ones that are actually going to succeed versus trying to compete against AI systems.
Yes. I mean, I feel that every time I use AI, it needs my input to make it right. You can just, whatever you make, it has to have, like, what do you think? What are the things that you prefer? And then also you also add a filter. And what are the things that AI sometimes generate and is not reflecting who's your brand and who are you? So I agree
Totally.
with that.
And you need to push back, right? We've all seen how AI will always agree with us, right? Will always tell you, no matter what you tell it, it'll come back to you. Oh my God, what a great idea, you know? And you can walk away with from an interaction with ChatGPT thinking you're a genius, right? Because everything, in fact, that happened for a while, right? When I started using AI a lot, I was, coming up with my business and asking it all these questions and everything. It would say, that's a great idea. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Until I stepped back and I realized, wait, every idea that I have can't be a great idea, right? Like, let's be real here. And so once I actually, as I mentioned in the beginning, pushed back, right? Said, no, this is not correct. This doesn't feel right. Give me the sources for this information. Let's talk about this in a deeper level. That's when I really started seeing those gains in my capacity and my thinking and my business. So it's not about trusting what the AI is telling me, it's about having it do that research for me, find out the information that I need, and then me as the expert in my business, in my industry, I make the final call, I give the directions, and I set the next steps. It is not about trusting what ChatGPT has told me. It's about using ChatGPT, as we mentioned, to increase your capacity and improve the relationship that you have with your clients.
Great.
Mhm.
And the next question is, what does human-centered AI mean in practice? And how can professionals in style, color, and personal branding apply this approach to elevate their client experience?
Yeah, so human-centered AI is a really important concept for me and my business. What I'm trying to do is really challenge these conventions that we're seeing, as I mentioned on the news, right? We're seeing all these news of humans getting replaced and people being let go of their jobs, and people are in a moment where they're really scared, right? And so for me at Elevate AI Consulting, I am turning left when everybody is turning right. And so companies that come to me with specific projects about reducing staff or letting go of people, I don't work with those companies. I say, thank you very much, but I'll refer you to someone else. I'm interested in working with companies that are interested in their employees. So I am not interested in replacing people. I am interested in making people more efficient. I love working with companies that want to spend the time upskilling their people and preparing them for the future rather than blindly trying to replace them with automations. And so that is one aspect of what human-centered AI means for Elevate AI. Another way to look at it is that everything that we do is human first. The human stays in control. The AI suggests, the AI gives inputs, the AI does research. You, as the expert, decides, and you provide the taste level and the expertise, right? And also, to me, in my business, what that means is that my experience with my clients gets better because of AI. It doesn't get colder, right? They're not all of a sudden getting a bunch of AI generated content from me. They're actually getting to get faster follow-ups from me, right? Maybe they get clear explanations from me from concepts that they need to understand. maybe they get more thoughtful recommendations because I spent more time with an AI system doing deeper research and finding out more about what's available out there. Um, it means more presence during meetings, right? Because I'm not busy taking notes. I have my AI note taker taking all the notes that I need. And now I can actually be present and listen to everything that my clients have to say. And so all of that, along with a focus on transparency and ethics as well. I don't just hand my clients AI output just the way that it is. I don't outsource my judgment. I use AI behind the scenes to support a more confident and more personalized experience for my clients. And so to me, that is all of those things encapsulate what human-centered AI means for me and my company, and the approach that I usually take with my trainings and all of the clients that I have. It is still me at the lead and my team. The human comes first. The human decides. The AI is our assistant, not our replacement.
Nice. Okay, and then my last question. Oops. This one is not sharing now. My last question is, if you were advising a consultant who has never used AI before, what will be the very first step that you will encourage them to take? Something simple, practical, and confidence building.
Yes, I think one of the biggest challenges with AI, and this might seem a little bit strange, but one of the biggest challenges with AI is how easy it is to use. Because it's so easy to use that everybody thinks they know exactly what they're doing, right? Anybody can get on ChatGPT, ask it a vague question, probably get a vague answer in reply. And a lot of people are satisfied with that. And some people see that the results are not that good and they just give up on it entirely. And so moving into the future, I think the people that are comfortable with experimentation, not being perfect, just trying, adjusting, and learning is extremely important. And having a strong point of view as well. So, as we mentioned before, AI provides clarity, right? But consultants and people who know what they stand for, who they serve, and how they think will get more out of AI. And so, the best way to start is really experimenting, using AI on your own materials and your own personal life and your own daily work. If you're not confident in the way that you're using it, maybe you're not sharing those outputs or anything that you're getting from AI with your clients yet, right? But you're at least trying. Maybe I always recommend take at least an online course, 45 minutes, 1 hour of the basics of prompting and how to use AI systems. That will already put you leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, because most people are not doing that, right? As I mentioned at the beginning of the question, AI is so deceivingly easy to use that many people are not worried about actually getting those power skills on using AI. And so look for some free courses. One really great one that I recommend is by OpenAI themselves, the creators of ChatGPT. If you go to academy.openai.com, there are free, really, really high quality courses directly from the creators of ChatGPT that are short, highly engaging, really, really high quality material. And again, directly from the creators of the tool, right? So if you want to spend, and I highly recommend 30, 45 minutes, 1 hour watching those introduction videos, or maybe the videos about the best ways of prompting, you will get much better results from any AI interaction that you have. So it really is worth spending that little bit of time, and you get it back tenfold down the line, right? And so that is where I would start. Do invest in taking a few minutes to just gather some power skills and learn some power skills on how to use these systems, and it will put you ahead of the pack.
Okay, this is great. Thank you so much, Tiago. That was very insightful. And it was very useful. You're right. I mean, it's just a tool that you have to educate. if you don't educate the tool, it's going to be very difficult to give you the result that you are expecting. I have many friends who are like, "Oh, I try, but it sounds like no me." Yes, because the more information you provide to AI, right, the more it's getting to know you and the better results you're gonna get.
Yeah, and I think one of the concepts, if you only remember one concept from today, right, and from this interview that we're doing, remember the concept garbage in, garbage out. The results that you get from ChatGPT are only as good as the information that you provided, right? So if you're asking it to help you write a plan for one of your clients, write a proposal or something like that, don't let it make any assumptions. Even if you spend 20, 25, 30 minutes writing a really good prompt, this is who I am. This is my business. This is who my client is. This is what they like. These are the things that I usually recommend. These are the tools that I use. These are the resources that I use. Put it all in there. Let ChatGPT or whichever AI tool you're using, let it know all of those details, because whatever details you don't give it, it is going to make assumptions. And those assumptions are where things start going off track, right? So remember, garbage in, garbage out. If the information that you're giving to the AI system is garbage, the output that you're going to get is garbage. Give it good, reliable information about yourself, your business, and your client. And the outputs that you're going to get are going to be really much more personalized, much more insightful, and actually useful for your business and for your clients as well.
Very good. Exactly. Anybody has any questions? Anybody wants to ask anything to Tiago? Thank you so much, Tiago. That was very helpful.
Thank you. I do see, I just saw here on the chat, some people were saying the mic was a little bit low. I hope he was able to come through okay. I didn't realize that there was an issue there, but I hope people can hear me okay.
Did everybody has an issue listening to Tiago?
It was low, but I heard it.
Oh,
Thank you. And my apologies for any microphone issues.
So, Tiago, I do have a question. It's Carla here.
Hi, Carla.
Could you just do a small demonstration of what you would put about yourself into AI?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I think this is probably something I will include when we, a little bit more details when we do the session in next month. But there is a prompting framework that you can use in order. There are many prompting frameworks, right? But if you want to remember this acronym, I will, like I said, we'll go over it in February again. But it's the PREPA framework, PREPA. So the first P stands for pre-existing conditions. So when you start talking to ChatGPT, tell it the story. This is who I am. This is who, oh, thank you for the notice about the caller, whoever that was. I appreciate that in the chat. The first P stands for pre-existing conditions. You wanna let the AI system know who you are, what you're working on, what you're doing, and why you're making that request, right? Paint it a little bit of the story, give it the background information. Then you want to assign the AI system a role. So if you're asking it for help with a proposal from one of your clients, maybe the role for the AI in that case is you are the best AI image consultant in the world, right? You have many years of experience. And then when you're doing that, you're really helping to center the AI on how to communicate with you, what kind of vocabulary and tone to use, right? Then PREPA, the E stands for explicit instructions. You want to give it really, really detailed instructions about what you want. Then the P, second P for parameters. You want to be specific about the output that you want. Is it 500 characters or less? Is it a list of bullet points? Do you want it in a Microsoft Word document directly, which ChatGPT can generate for you as well? How do you want that output to come? Is it a report? Is it a one-page document? Tell it exactly what you want to get out of it, exactly what you want it to give you. And then probably the most powerful tip that I can give you is at the end of your prompt, after you've given it all of that information, you're going to tell ChatGPT, hey, ask me. If you need any additional information, ask me before giving me the output. If there are any details in this request that are relevant that I didn't give you, ask me 3 to 5 questions of additional information that will improve the output. And that will, again, allow ChatGPT to reach to you for more information that will actually let it not make assumptions about what it's giving you, right? So again, the idea here is providing a really quality information in that prompt that you put in so that you can keep ChatGPT almost in a box and keep it from going crazy and providing all types of assumptions that you didn't ask for. Give it the parameters, set the context for what you're asking, give it a specific role, be really explicit about what you want, and then at the end say, ask me questions if you need any more information to make this the best output possible. And so, Carla, that's what I usually start. So I usually start with, I am an AI consultant. This is my company. I'm based in Miami, Florida. The context is that my client is asking me to develop a portal for them that does this, this, and that. And we're doing this automation. And I go from there, really just giving you a lot of details about the request and ending it with, ask me questions if you need more information. And that will really improve your responses.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
Yeah. I do see we have a question here in the chat as well. And the question is, do you recommend upload all of our documents in ChatGPT and personalize so we can have a better result? Or do you recommend write it in a JSON file? So that's a really good question. What I would personally do is for different projects that you're working on, I would open on your left tab in ChatGPT, if that's what you're using. Gemini has the same. You can open a project, right? If you look on the left side tab, and within that project, you can upload the documents that ChatGPT will reference every time. And as far as the formatting for those documents, it really doesn't make much of a difference. It does tend to read JSON files a little bit better and .txt files, just those old-fashioned raw text files from back in the day. If you're able to convert your documents to those formats and then upload it to your project, it will be a little bit better. But again, you can just go ahead and upload your PDF or Word document, and ChatGPT will also be able to reference that as well.
Hi, hello, I'm Yolanda. I have a question. My IT person recently recommended Perplexity to me because he said that ChatGPT tends to do a lot more hallucinations and create stuff as opposed to Perplexity, where it gives you more factual information. I just wanted to probably get a little bit more background on that.
So all the tools are great, right? So all of the tools, to be honest, are very similar between ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, Copilot. There's so many now. The way that they differentiate themselves is how they give you the information. One of the reasons that people like Perplexity is that in the answers directly, it is referencing the sources. And so you can very easily continue your prompting from there. And also, as part of the answer, it'll give you some suggestions of what your next prompt can be if you want to continue researching on that topic, right? So it's just a little bit more transparent about what the sources that it's using upfront, even though ChatGPT will also give you the sources if you ask it, right? Perplexity will give you that upfront. So I don't necessarily agree that it hallucinates less. It's just that it's being transparent with you from the get-go about where it's getting the information from, right? But related to your question, though, people ask me all the time, which tool should they use, right? Should they use ChatGPT? Should they use Perplexity? Should they use Gemini? And what I always say is give them a try. They are honestly pretty much the same. If you think about it, as we know, these AI systems work on a ton of data, right? They just pull all the data from the internet. And the data from the internet is all the same. So they all have access to the exact same data sets. It's just about how they're programmed to give you their responses. And it's almost a vibes situation, right? Like maybe you vibe better with Claude, maybe you vibe better with the way that Perplexity answers you, maybe you just like ChatGPT. The important thing is just to be really in there and using one of them and learning how to use it better. That's how you will improve. But really, I would say give it a try. Use all of them, a couple of different prompts, and the one that you have a better vibe with again, go with that one. But yeah, but Perplexity is very good. I really like it as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's start the networking.
Can I have
So if you
one
want,
question?
sure.
Tiago, I just want to know if we can trust about the language or the redaction that we can communicate something in different countries.
So
Do you
you
understand?
can trust the translation for,
Not exactly the translation, if not the kind of the communication that we can use of if I can say tell this, but it's for this country, and they put it like the good way that that country is expressing that thing.
Yeah,
so
so in
depending on the culture. Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in general, you can. I actually do this often because I have some clients in Spain, right? And so I'm in Miami, so as you can probably imagine, most of the time, the Spanish that I'm dealing with down here is more of a Cuban origin, right? But I have clients in Spain who just use completely different vocabulary, different accents, different everything, right? And so I usually, if I'm coming up with something for them, if I'm having ChatGPT help me write a reply or something like that in Spanish for them, I'll usually specifically say, write this in Spanish from Spain, right?
Okay, that's
Write
great.
this. Yeah, and you can do that. And the cool thing about that is that AI is just leaps and bounds ahead of anything that we are used to with like Google Translate or any of these other tools for that reason specifically, right? Like Google Translate would just generally give you the most used translation of something or like the most generic that it could. And now you can ask, right? Like, hey, put this in English from the UK or in an Australian type of vocabulary, right? Or Spanish from Argentina versus Spanish from Spain, right? The different vocabulary, the different expressions. ChatGPT and the AI systems will pick up on those things and can personalize them for you if you do have those international clients.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We have another question on the chat.
Yeah, I do see they're all, I'm not sure exactly the price for Perplexity. I do know they're all around that same price, between $20, $25 a month. And honestly, that's all you need. You just need one of them. As I said before, pick your favorite. I do recommend paying for one of the tools, whether that's ChatGPT or Perplexity. And the reason is that number one, you just get a lot more features. The second reason is that when, as you all probably know, right, if you're not paying for something, then you're the product, right? They're using you. And so when you're using the free version of ChatGPT or Perplexity, they are using your data that you're uploading to train their new systems and to train their next models. And so when you do pay for these systems, you can go to your settings and turn that off so they're not using your data. And so that is, for me, one of the biggest benefits. I don't want to these systems being trained on all this private information that I'm putting in there about clients, about my projects, about my company, about myself, right? So for me, paying the $20 or $25 a month is 100% worth it for all the features that you get and for the additional privacy that you get as well.
Oh, can I add something? Excuse me. I just got Perplexity for $30 for the whole year on Groupon.
Nice. Okay, so I look for those offers. I had Perplexity also for 1 year for free with my LinkedIn Premium for a while. So the offers are out there. Yeah, as with anything else, right? Before you click purchase, do a quick Google for coupons or free offers because they're definitely out there.
Great question, Yolanda. Okay, anybody else have a question? All right, so let's start with the networking where you can share your favorite AI tool, or you can just say like, what do you want to learn? So I'm gonna start so everybody can see, right? I use AI every day, and I'm gonna show you 3 of my favorites, okay? So the first one is this one that is called Perfect Corp. It's a pay app, yes, but it's amazing because it's going to help you to detect what is the face shape of your client. And also, remember how we used to use these rulers for the ratio for the skin, for the face? So if I want to know, so let me choose a model right here. So you have to use. So first, it's gonna tell you like what is the skin tone for the model, the eyes, the eyebrow, right? And then for the facial radio, it's gonna show you the 3 segments of the face and then the 5 segments. So it's very good to play with it. This one also have an amazing tool to do makeup for your clients and to change the hair. Okay, so this is a great tool. Another one of my favorites is Gemini, just the one that Tiago mentioned. So let's see that you have a client that insists on wearing like very light color dresses, and you just ask Gemini, make the dress terracotta or orange, and it will do it for you, right?
Yeah.
You can also ask, like this client, we had that yesterday, and say, please put this haircut on this client with this color, right? Oh, you know what? She has more volume on the hair because she has more hair. So you ask Gemini, add more volume, and it will add the volume. Another one that I'm using every
I
day and
just
I'm
did this
obsessed.
recently. Oh, I'm
What
sorry
is
to interrupt with that. I was gonna say I just did this recently myself in Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini, for everybody to know, has an amazing image generator feature, which is what Lulu is showing here. It's built in. So I was going to Brazil recently, and it's still very trendy down there for guys to have their hair like bleached blonde. And I thought it was going to be a great idea for me. And so I asked Gemini, hey, make my hair bleach blonde so I can see what it looked like. And thank God I did that because it did not look good. And so it's definitely a great feature to have.
Yeah, but it's when you want to suggest hair colors and haircuts for your clients, this in the past, right? Sometimes, especially when you are doing international clients and you are doing virtual clients all over the place, this is an amazing tool. And then another one that is my favorite is like, so let me show you what was like this video. Okay. So this is
They communicate. They think color is just branding or aesthetics, but in reality, color is strategy. In Chromonomics, we work with color in 3 powerful ways inside organizations. First, color defines leadership.
So this is not me. This is my clone. Okay. So I'm using AGen to do this. So and in that way, you don't have to be generating your content all the time. This is it saves me so much time, you have no idea, because sometimes we have an amazing ideas, but putting together, the filming and the outfits and going outside and all of that, this one is only going to help you to share the idea. So you can clone yourselves. I'm doing now trainings, videos, podcasts, anything you want. Okay,
That would work
so
for you in different languages as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
So those are my 3 favorite, and I can keep going, but let's save the other ones for Miami. Okay, so anyone else wants to share a tool or wants to share ones you want to learn?
Sure, I'll go. Hi, I'm Lisa Andriola Kelly. Yago, I look forward to meeting you personally in Miami. And I'm just starting to use AI. I'm from the Philadelphia area, and we were planning a trip recently to London over Christmas. And I used AI or ChatGPT to create a full itinerary. So I fed it some of the locations where I'd want to go, and these are the days. And it gave me a day by day full itinerary on where to go, what to see, restaurant suggestions, hotel suggestions. It was wonderful.
I love that. So I just recently did the same actually, Lisa. I went to Puerto Rico and I had AI plan my entire trip for me as well. I love that you did that. One tip for everybody here, right? And whenever you're doing something like that, like planning a trip, remember what we're talking about with giving it more context, giving it more details, right? Because you can put in your prompt, hey, I'm traveling with my grandparents, and that's gonna change the suggestions that it gives you versus, hey, I'm traveling with two school age kids, right? That changes your trip completely. Or I'm traveling with my buddies, right? And it's a party type of trip. So you're adding those additional details. You know, maybe somebody has mobility issues, right? Maybe somebody is vegetarian, right? And those things, those small details, you can see that it really change and customize your itinerary for you. And so definitely add more details, say what you like, the things that you like to do, who you're traveling with, and that the AI is going to put all that in the cocktail mixer and give you a really, really good itinerary. But yeah, I love that you did that, Lisa. I just did the same thing and I had an amazing time in Puerto Rico. So
Can I add one thing to that?
yeah,
I did the same thing for a trip to Europe last summer, but I also put in all of the places that I was going to go. And then I asked it what the dress code was for any of the places. But then beyond the dress code, I also asked it, for example, for the time of year I was going and the dates that I was going, what would most people there likely be wearing. So I got a really lot of detailed information. Like there's a casino in Baden-Baden and I wanted to know which days do most of the people wear black tie and which ones do they just dress, formally and all that. And that was a really helpful thing, I thought, for an image consultant.
love that. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for sharing that. Again, it's about giving more information, right? As we were mentioning, tell it what you're doing, what you're looking for. When I'm planning a trip, one of the things that I usually put is give me the off the beaten path stuff, right? I know if I'm going to Paris that I have to go to the Eiffel Tower, right? You don't have to tell me that, ChatGPT, right? Tell me where are the cool spots. Tell me where, the new places that just opened, like the hidden gems, right? Like those are the things that are really cool that you can pull out of AI because it'll look at Reddit, right? It'll look at the entire internet for you at like the latest things that people are talking about and make you a really cool plan if that's what you want, right? That's usually what I want. I try to avoid the main touristy stuff and like look for the hidden gems. And so again, it's about giving it more information, give it the details so that it makes less assumptions, it knows what you actually want, and then it gives you really good results. So awesome on that, Christine.
Great, Christine. Anybody else wants to share?
I want to share, but it's not a good experience. I don't know what I did bad, but I think I need to know better. But I was doing like a letter, and they start in ChatGPT, and I was, paying the service. I'm paying the service, and I was doing, and then he start to ask me, do you want to put that color? Do you want to degrade the color? Do you want to put some pictures? Every time they ask me like 10 different things to upgrade the info, the document that I was doing. And I was doing okay, okay, okay. At the end, when I say, okay, do it, please, they start to telling me, I can do this, I can't do this, I can do. At the end, he couldn't do nothing. Even just a PDF maybe was, I don't know, that I'm not good about how to use it. But I have that problem. And also I've been doing researching things that is not maybe in Costa Rica, where I live, that I'm trying to say, I need to somebody to help me with this, and then they give me a lot of people that not a lot of option that was not updated, like they were out or were closed or was 2 years ago. I don't know if it's about my country or something like that. What do you think, Tiago?
Yeah, so thank you for bringing that up. That's a really great point, right? Because AI is not infallible, right? Like it's really important for people to remember that it's not right 100% of the time. You should, as we mentioned from the beginning, double check the work, right? But then also, as I mentioned, knowing how to properly prompt and like maybe using some prompting frameworks and getting a little bit of training will help you improve those results. But that is a really, really great point, right? As I think I mentioned, I'm not, or you probably noticed, right? Like I'm not the guy that's going to be coming in here and telling you to AI everything, right? I'm the guy that's saying, let's use AI where it makes sense for you and for your life and for your business, but also having the conscience that it can fail, right? You have to double check it. Sometimes it will lie to you, as you just mentioned, right? It keeps saying, yeah, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and then it can't do it. And so it is about the trial, the experimentation, the prompting from the beginning, but also realizing that you cannot trust it 100% of the time. You can only trust yourself 100% of the time, right? The AI is there to assist you, but you do have to double check and ask for sources when it's something really, really important that you're working on.
Okay, thank you.
What? I have a question.
Yes, Camille.
Hi, everyone. I'm Camille from New York City. Tiago, when you're using the AI, and especially like you're changing the color of the dress or the style of her hair, does the client know you're doing that? Are they involved in that part, or is it like a big secret?
Well, I mean, I think it's that. I mean, maybe I'll let Lula speak to that here a little bit more since she's using the system. But I think my personal opinion, right, with my business that I'm running, I am transparent with my clients that I am
Oh.
using AI. They do know, right? What I do every single time is make sure that I am double checking all the work, right? It is not AI that is generating my ideas. It is not just AI that is generating my solutions. I am prompting it. I am working with it as a thought partner. If I'm using it to generate images, I am transparent about that as well. I think that your clients will appreciate that transparency, right? Your clients are not stupid. They know that AI is out there. They know that people are using it. So the more transparent that you can be, again, right, the human-centered AI, you can be transparent. Like, this is my expertise. These were my inputs. This is my plan. I had AI help me put it together. You know what I mean? I had AI generate this image so I could give you a preview, right? This outfit was my idea. This hair color, this hairstyle was my idea.
Right.
I had AI generate this image preview so you could see what it looks like, right? And I think, at least from my personal experience in my business, people appreciate the honesty and the experience. I don't know, Lula, if you agree with
it's just you make it more real for the client. So you prepare a visual board for the client with his body and his face on it. And I'm transparent to them. And I say, listen, I create this vision board on how do I see your image should be, created or updated. And I put the right colors on the clothes. I created outfits. I created like different hair options, and clients go crazy.
Okay, good.
So like they are like, this is, I love it, right? But before that, exactly what Tiago was saying, you still have to go and get to know the client, what they like, what is the style they want, what are the colors. So that will never be replaced by AI. I'm only using AI to create a vision board for the client, right? And then I can present to them like what is the image or how do I see them when I'm suggesting all of those changes on the hair, on the clothes, on the colors, on the makeup, and all of that. So and then if you want to work with new generations, right? This is the future of image consulting.
Okay, good.
Can I add one more point here too? And I don't think we mentioned this before, right? When we were talking about AI replacing people, or in general, or replacing image consultants, right? My understanding, and it works the same for my business, the person that's going to an AI system directly, right, to get those suggestions, or paying a small monthly subscription to an app that helps them with their image and all that, that person was probably never going to be your client in the first place, right? Those things, that person is in a different category than the clients that you're actually working with. Your clients, the people that are reaching out to you, that are interested in your services, are not going to replace you for a $20 a month app, You know what I mean? They're trusting you, they're trusting your expertise, your taste level, right? Your knowledge. The person that's paying $20 a month for whatever app, they were never going to hire you in the first place. Right. And so that's one of the things that is important to remember. It's the same in my business, right? Like the businesses that will go to ChatGPT and ask, hey, come up with an AI training for my team or help me create this automation or whatever. That person was never going to hire me to begin with. You know what I mean? Good for them that they know how to use it. Good for them that they're getting the most out of it. And when they get to a level where they actually need the human expertise, I am here to help. So that's kind of how I see it.
Thank you.
Right.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, before we go to the next person, I'm just gonna share, as we know, we're having this event in Miami, and I wanna share some of the details. We still have 3 tickets available, okay? I'm expecting this to be sold out very soon. We have the holidays in the middle, but the date is February 2nd and the 3rd. The first day, we are gonna have a full immersion on AI. So we're gonna have Tiago giving us a class, and then we're gonna have Sean, this guy, develop a whole fashion brand based on AI. So it's very interesting everything he has to say about how he's now helping clients and dressing clients to AI. And then we're gonna have an amazing panel. And this panel is gonna share what are the favorite tools that they use for AI. We wanna do it very interactive. So we are inviting everybody to bring your laptops or iPads or anything just so you can interact creating and also trying the new tools that you are gonna learn. So that's the first day. And then the second day, and I have good news. We submitted an application for 0.7 CUs for this event. We're still in the process to get approved. I'm expecting everything is gonna be okay. But if you are looking for CUs, this event is gonna give CUs. Okay? I will be confirming this very soon, but I'm expecting it's gonna be okay. And then because we are gonna be sitting and learning and it's gonna be excited, we need a day of fun. So the next day is all about networking and having fun. At 10 a.m., Saks is gonna give us a private class about how you can do a personal shopping session at Saks, right? We're gonna have access to the VIP room and a little bit more surprises that I will share with you that day. Then we're gonna have a networking lunch. And then we're gonna have a, a personal shopping training for local boutiques in Miami. Okay, so if you're taking a client to Miami, where should I take them shopping? Especially learning a little bit more about local designers. And then we're gonna have a networking event and dinner and this restaurant, Crazy About You. Okay, so we still have tickets. Our early bird is now gone, but we still have tickets. And I will be sending a reminder. If you're coming, if you wanna share a hotel room, you can contact the VP of Education, Lisa. So I just wanted to give you those good news, and I'm expecting to see everybody in Miami. Okay, everybody else wants to share a tool that you are using?
Quick question, Lula. Did you have a preferred hotel for us? Because you gave 3 options. Is one of those a preferred one, or did any work?
I'm gonna have Lisa or VP of events answer that question.
Hi. We do not have a preferred hotel for the Miami event. So we gave 3 options, and but people are free to stay wherever they'd like, based on their taste. And also some people are doing Airbnbs. So it's really up to you where you'd like to stay.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else wants to share? If you don't, just say your name and what you would like to learn. So we all get to know each other.
Hi, I'm Magda from Chile, and I have a question. Um, I don't know. I don't know any AI tools, so for me this is totally new. And I'm just wondering if there are any virtual wardrobe. You know, like they go to your shape, you go to your clothes, something like that. Does it exist? Like I remember the movie, in the 90s, Clueless.
Yes.
That
Where she
is
gets
my dream.
dressed. Oh my
Like
God.
what is my mood today? You got the idea,
So
right?
I love that, Mag. I love that you brought that up because I just watched that movie within the last I showed that movie to my husband about 6 months ago because he'd never
Oh,
seen it.
great.
And I just loved when it came up to that part, the technology in her closet.
Oh,
And
yes. And the
I'm waiting
closet,
for that.
is rotating,
Yes,
moving, and then
so
you
good.
pick it.
So
Yes.
good. So I'm gonna get back to you on that if that's okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on what's out there as far as that. And I'll send it over to Lula and she can forward it your way. I do know that there are some really cool tools out there. I don't think we're quite at the Clueless level yet. But since you're asking, I am interested in finding out a little bit more. So I'm gonna look into it and I'll send it over to Lula so she can send your way.
Oh, yeah. That would be a nice news
Yeah.
if I can find something like that,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's out there. But even if it's not out there yet, not quite that, I think it's coming, right? I think it's inevitable that that type of technology people are gonna invest in it in the future, the people that can afford it. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is I think thinking regarding that tool, I think the most difficult part is, to put your each clothes, on the program,
system. Yeah.
That's the tough thing,
Yeah, but you know what I think would be really cool is now if you've seen the newest refrigerators, they have an AI camera, right? That tells you everything that's in there and can even tell
Wow.
you the ingredients, or when you're running out of milk, it can tell you, hey, order milk, or here's what you can do with this food.
Wow.
So I kind of envision something like that for people's closets as well, right? So you can have an AI camera maybe in your closet. It knows all the clothes that are in there as you put them in, so you don't have to spend the time taking photos of them individually, as you said.
Yeah.
I think that would be something really cool. And that technology is already out there, as I said, in the fridges and the kitchens. And so I think it's a matter of time before it comes to that.
Yes,
world.
I heard about that, the fridge and the laundry machine, right?
Yeah.
And you know what else that I heard is about the perfume maker, something like that, that you mix different smells and then how you look, they prepare something for you, something like that.
Yeah, and
That's what I
specific
understood.
scents as well for your own profile, for your own smell
Yeah.
preferences that custom
Yes.
made for you as well, which I think is super interesting. I think we're just
Yes,
scratching
and
the
how you
surface.
look, they give you a suggestion.
Yeah, it can combine with that. Yeah, I think we're really scratching the surface still of what AI is really going to do in this industry, and I think it's really exciting stuff that's coming down the line that
Yeah,
we're all
absolutely.
really impressed. Yeah, but cool. Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing that up. I love Clueless.
It's one of my fav.
Yeah, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Edward.
I would say I use ChatGPT for a second opinion because I like wearing runway style outfits. So to make sure that the colors and the patterns and I've selected the right pieces work, I take a photograph and ChatGPT helps me. It'll say yes, no, and then it'll explain why all this works. So it's just nice having that extra eye or second opinion because Frank is not, he's a little bit more conservative in his style dressing. So it does help, using ChatGPT just to get a second opinion about my outfit.
Yeah, I agree with you, Edwards. What I would say, I think you used the correct word there. It's a second opinion, right?
Mhm.
It is not a decision. In the
Yeah.
end, it's the same as you asking another image consultant, or you asking one of your friends or your partner, hey, what do you think about this, right? And they're gonna give you an opinion and then an analysis. The final decision is yours. The final taste level is yours. But I love that you're getting a second opinion and then you're making the decision on your own. Do I agree with it or not? So that's the great way to use it.
Very good. I mean, there is a way that you can do that, but I'm gonna keep that as a surprise for Miami. You can have a whole wardrobe and try it on the client. You can. Okay? So let's keep some excitement for Miami. Oh, so Tiago is sharing his LinkedIn profile.
Yeah,
You
feel free
wanna
to add me and follow me as well if you guys want to stay connected. Ahead of the Miami event, I am constantly sharing tips and news and interesting things in the AI world. So let's please get in touch.
This was great, Tiago. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for everybody for connecting to this session. I think we have a lot to learn from AI, and also we just have to remember that it's a way to simplify our job and make it 10 times better. Okay? It's not replacing us, it's just enhancing our work now and making it easier for us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Looking forward
Thank
to
you.
seeing everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Thank you.